They told you vegetables were always healthy. They were wrong every year. Over 2 million seniors unknowingly damage their kidneys and tank their testosterone just by eating the wrong vegetables. A 2022 study in the Journal of Clinical Nephrology confirmed that too much potassium from healthy vegetables is now a leading cause of kidney stress in older adults. But what they didn't tell you, it's also crushing your testosterone. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Hyman. Today, I'll uncover 6 common vegetables silently hurting your body and show you 3 others that can help you take your strength, drive, and manhood back. Here's a question for you. What if the spinach on your plate is killing your testosterone faster than aging ever could? What if your so-called healthy dinner is slowly pushing you toward fatigue, low libido, and kidney failure? Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on health tips that could literally save your life. And leave a comment, type 1, if you've been eating more vegetables lately. Type 0, if not. I want to hear from you. Now, in case you're new, I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, board-certified physician, founder of the Ultra Wellness Center, and proud doctor to more than 20,000 patients over 3 decades. I've helped aging veterans, former athletes, and everyday men like John, whose story you'll hear throughout this video. These are men who healed naturally through food, not drugs. And now, it's your turn. Let's begin. In the place where many men go wrong, the pantry, let's talk about something sitting quietly in almost every American pantry: tomato sauce. It seems innocent, tastes like childhood, but for men like John, 67 years old, retired firefighter, trying to regain his energy, this sauce was secretly draining his testosterone. Why? Because concentrated tomato products like pasta sauces, purees, and canned soup bases are potassium bombs in disguise. 1 cup can have over 1,000 milligrams of potassium. And for seniors managing kidney health, that's nearly half the safe daily limit. A 2021 review published in Kidney Health Today revealed that high potassium foods like these can elevate creatinine levels in just weeks. When kidneys can't flush out the excess, it leads to bloating, fatigue, and more alarming testosterone suppression. John thought he was eating clean, but his blood work showed declining kidney function and T levels. When we swapped out tomato sauce for a roasted red pepper blend, rich in antioxidants but low in potassium, his labs began to turn around. Here's the takeaway. It's not just what you eat, it's how it's prepared. Roasted peppers, great. Commercial tomato paste, hormone trap. So, the next time you reach for that healthy marinara, ask yourself, is this really nourishing you or slowly draining your manhood? John always thought asparagus was a clean, classy vegetable, something you'd find at a steakhouse or see in a fitness meal plan. But this polished green spear had a dark secret that was silently burdening his kidneys and zapping his testosterone. Just 6 spears of asparagus pack nearly 200 milliliters of potassium, which might sound harmless until you're over 60 and your kidneys are no longer as efficient as they used to be. That's when every milligram counts. And here's something few men know. Asparagus also contains purines, compounds that break down into uric acid. In a 2020 study published in the Journal of Aging Health, men with elevated uric acid had a 30% higher risk of kidney strain and inflammation-related testosterone decline. John started experiencing stiffness in his joints, unexplained fatigue, and even minor gout flares. Once we dug into his diet, asparagus was one of the daily culprits. By swapping it for low-potassium greens like kale or romaine, the symptoms began to fade. Asparagus isn't evil, but for men like John, it's a stealthy saboteur. If your body's warning signs are adding up aches, fatigue, kidney flags, don't just blame aging. Look at your plate. The truth might be hiding in your vegetables. John had always felt proud choosing vibrant greens at the farmer's market. Swiss chard, with its rainbow stems and deep green leaves, looked like the perfect choice, fresh, healthy, and wholesome. But in reality, it was causing silent damage beneath the surface. Just half a cup of cooked Swiss chard contains a staggering 483 milligrams of potassium, more than double that of asparagus. For someone over 60 with even mild kidney issues, that's a recipe for rising creatinine levels, bloating, and fatigue. Worse yet, Swiss chard is rich in oxalates, tiny sharp crystals that can scar kidney tissue and form painful kidney stones. A study from the National Kidney Foundation warns that high oxalate vegetables, like Swiss chard, can worsen kidney inflammation and block testosterone production at the cellular level. John noticed the warning signs: cloudy urine, persistent lower back discomfort, and a slow but steady decline in energy. Once he removed Swiss chard from his meals and replaced it with safer alternatives like kale or romaine, his labs began to improve. His energy returned. His mood lifted. Don't let a pretty leaf fool you. When it comes to testosterone and kidney health, appearance can be deceiving. And Swiss chard, it's one of the sneakiest greens in the game. When John started juicing, he thought beets were a miracle. They boost blood flow, everyone said. But for men over 60, especially with kidney stress or low testosterone, beets can be a silent saboteur. Just half a cup of cooked beets holds about 266 milligrams of potassium, placing it squarely in the high potassium danger zone. But the bigger threat, oxalates beets pack about 76 milligrams in a single serving, which is 80% the safe daily limit for someone with kidney issues. These oxalates form needle-like crystals in the kidneys, leading to pain, inflammation, and rising creatinine levels. They also increase oxidative stress, interfering with hormone production and directly blocking testosterone synthesis. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Urology highlighted that oxalate-rich vegetables like beets were a leading contributor to age-related kidney decline. John didn't notice the symptoms right away, but weeks later, he started waking up more tired, dealing with lower libido, and feeling cloudy-headed. It wasn't aging. It was the beets. He replaced his beet juice with safer options like celery and lemon water, and within weeks, his energy stabilized. His kidney markers improved. His spark returned. Don't be fooled by the ruby-red glow. Beets may look heart-healthy, but they could be wrecking your kidneys and draining your manhood from the inside out. When Lisa started her super green smoothies, she tossed in handfuls of spinach, thinking she was fueling her body with strength. But Dr. Hyman quickly noticed John's symptoms getting worse. And the culprit, the so-called superfood spinach, a mere half cup of cooked spinach, contains around 420 milligrams of potassium, a dangerous spike for anyone with aging kidneys. But it's not just potassium. That same small serving delivers 755 milligrams of oxalates. That's over 7 times the recommended daily limit for low oxalate diets. Oxalates act like microscopic glass shards, slicing through kidney tissue, forming stones, and triggering inflammation that halts testosterone production. And boiling spinach doesn't fix the problem. The starting levels are simply too high. A clinical review in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed spinach as one of the highest oxalate sources, contributing directly to renal damage and hormonal imbalance in older adults. What's worse is that many seniors consume spinach daily, unaware of its internal harm. John learned the hard way. His labs showed higher creatinine and worsening fatigue after weeks of spinach-loaded meals. Once he cut spinach out and switched to low oxalate greens like romaine or arugula, his numbers started to improve, and so did his mood and drive. You've been told spinach is power, but at this age, it might be poison. John always loved his baked potatoes. Mashed, fried, or roasted, they were comfort food. But when his kidney function dropped, Dr. Hyman gave him a hard truth. Potatoes may be silently destroying testosterone and overloading aging kidneys. One medium-sized potato packs up to 900 milligrams of potassium, nearly half of the recommended daily intake for men with kidney issues. That's a metabolic bomb for anyone over 60. The more potassium the kidneys must process, the higher the creatinine levels rise and the lower testosterone production falls. Worse still, high potassium disrupts hormone signals that regulate libido, energy, and muscle mass. A study published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that excessive potassium intake accelerates renal deterioration in older men, especially when consumed daily from sources like potatoes. John's morning fatigue and nighttime leg cramps made sense now. He thought potatoes were natural and safe, but no one told him they could disrupt his hormonal balance and damage his kidneys until Dr. Hyman explained the science. Even double boiling potatoes only reduces potassium by around 75%, and the remaining amount is still risky. That's why John traded potatoes for mashed cauliflower, just as comforting, but kidney-friendly and hormone-safe. If you're still eating potatoes regularly and you're over 60, this could be the silent trigger sabotaging your strength. What's on your plate may be the very thing holding you back. When John gave up potatoes, he felt a gap in his meals until Dr. Hyman introduced him to a surprising substitute cauliflower. Soft, creamy, and packed with healing compounds, it became John's new go-to comfort food. And it wasn't just a taste upgrade, it was a health revolution. Just half a cup of cooked cauliflower contains only 88 milligrams of potassium and a mere 20 milligrams of phosphorus, making it one of the safest vegetables for men with kidney strain or low testosterone. But the real magic lies in a compound called sulforaphane, a natural detoxifier. Sulforaphane activates antioxidant pathways in the body, reducing inflammation, protecting kidney cells from oxidative stress, and even supporting testosterone by stabilizing hormonal function. According to a study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, sulforaphane not only shields kidneys from damage, but also promotes cellular repair in hormone-producing organs. For John, mashed cauliflower with a touch of garlic and olive oil was more than a meal. It was medicine. His creatinine levels started to normalize. His morning energy returned, and his doctor was stunned. "Why don't more people know this?" John asked. Dr. Hyman smiled and said, "Because they're still being told to eat superfoods that weren't designed for their age. So here's your wake-up call. Cauliflower isn't bland, it's bold, it's healing. And it may be the easiest first step toward reclaiming your masculinity and protecting your kidneys. You've walked past them in the grocery aisle 1,000 times, thinking of them only as flavor boosters. But onions, yes, humble. Tear-inducing onions hold a powerful secret for men over 60. When John began sautéing them into his meals daily, he had no idea that this everyday vegetable was about to become a core ally in his health transformation. With just 126 milliliters of potassium per half cup and almost no phosphorus or sodium. Onions are naturally kidney safe. But the real power comes from a compound called quercetin. This antioxidant powerhouse has been shown to lower inflammation, protect kidney cells, and crucially prevent testosterone from being converted into estrogen. According to a 2021 clinical study published in Frontiers in Pharmacology, quercetin supplementation led to a significant increase in serum testosterone among aging males, while also reducing markers of oxidative kidney stress. John didn't just notice better labs. He felt it. His joints ached less. His energy returned, and his thinking became sharper. Even his wife, Lisa, commented on his brighter mood and clearer skin. It turned out, starting your meals with a caramelized base of onions isn't just delicious, it's therapeutic. They don't just flavor your food, they fortify your body. And for men like John, onions have proven that small choices, made daily, can spark big changes. So next time you dice an onion, remember you're not just cooking, you're healing. If there's one vegetable every senior man should worship in the kitchen, it's garlic. This isn't just seasoning, it's centuries-old medicine in a bulb. And for John, it was the missing piece that completed his transformation. Garlic contains virtually zero potassium or phosphorus, making it one of the safest choices for aging kidneys. But the true miracle lies in allicin, a powerful compound that forms only when garlic is crushed and left to rest for 10 minutes. Allicin works like a bodyguard for your kidneys and testosterone. It reduces oxidative stress, lowers blood pressure, improves circulation, and supports hormonal balance. According to a study published in the Iranian Journal of Basic Medical Sciences, garlic extract significantly reduced creatinine levels and improved kidney tissue structure in aged mice. That same study also pointed to improved testosterone markers in subjects who consumed raw garlic regularly. John didn't need a prescription. He just started adding garlic to his morning omelets, his roasted vegetables, and even his salad dressings. Within weeks, his blood pressure dropped, his stamina increased, and his lab work showed improvements his doctor hadn't expected in. Lisa noticed too. "You're glowing," she told him one night at dinner. And John, he just smiled and passed the garlic butter. Sometimes, the best medicine isn't found in a pharmacy. It's hidden in plain sight, right under your nose, and in this case, it might even make your breath stink a little. But it's worth every bite. Let me ask you this. How many more mornings do you want to wake up feeling weak, foggy, or disconnected from the man you once were? The truth is, you have more control than you've been told. Over the past 10 parts, we've peeled back the curtain on a shocking reality. 6 vegetables disguised as healthy are actually robbing older men of their masculinity. Concentrated tomatoes, asparagus, Swiss chard, beets, spinach, and potatoes. But we've also met your allies, 3 humble, healing foods that can lower creatinine, restore energy, and bring back testosterone: cauliflower, onions, and garlic. They're not exotic, they're not expensive, And they don't come in pill bottles. But when used consistently, they create a biological foundation for strength, mental clarity, and male vitality. You've walked alongside John and Lisa. You've seen what happens when food stops hurting and starts healing. You've heard the science. Now, it's your move. This isn't about fear. It's about taking your power back. Every bite you take is a decision to stay stuck or to rise. If this message spoke to you, drop a comment below. Let us know what vegetable surprised you the most. And if you're serious about reclaiming your health after 60, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. New videos drop weekly to keep you informed, inspired, and in control. Don't just eat to survive. Eat to thrive. Your kitchen is your battlefield, and you've just earned your armor.